Welcome to That's Good Football's Wildcard Weekend edition of the Top 5 Big Dick Plays. I'm your host, Brandon Perna, and today I'll highlight the best plays from last weekend's playoff games. And yes, that even includes plays from the least anticipated playoff game of all time, the battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona's clipped-winged Cardinals. Unless you actually don't like football, then you know the Panthers, Ravens, Colts, and Cowboys advanced to the next round of the playoffs this past weekend, which sets up games between the Panthers and Seahawks, Ravens, Patriots, Broncos, Colts, and Packers and Cowboys. But before we get too excited about the future, let's take a look at some of the best plays from last weekend. Coming in with the fifth best, or 7-inch play from the wildcard weekend is Jim Harbaugh for giving the 49ers a final fuck you by standing on the Baltimore sideline with his brother John wearing this Ravens beanie. I could never imagine wearing a Seahawks anything after they destroyed my Broncos in the Super Bowl. And I'm not a coach of anything. But I have to hand it to Harbaugh, who clearly does not give a fuck at this point, wearing the logo of the team that took the Lombardi Trophy from him just to spite the team that he once was a hero, but then was just treated like just pushed out the door. Anyway, the 8-inch play of the weekend is coming from the Panthers and Cardinals game, and it's going to a man with the absolute best name in the entire NFL, Fozzie Whitaker, whose real name, Foswit Gerald Whitaker, is even cooler than his nickname for his 39-yard touchdown catch and run. I mean, he slices, dices, twists, turns, burns, churns, and earns 6 points on this amazing touchdown run. And if the Panthers have any chance to win against Seattle, they are going to need Whitaker along with starter Jonathan Stewart to have big dick performances to just shut up that tremendous Seattle defense that everyone on earth is tired of hearing about. Moving on, the 9-inch play award is going to Andrew I Need to Shave Luck for this beard-worthy throw he makes on the run with the sheer will of his godlike arm strength to complete this deep 40-yard pass into the end zone to the count of Dante Moncriefco, giving the Colts their first substantial lead of the game. The Colts would not relinquish this lead, and now will go on to Denver to have their season ended by the Broncos. The 10-inch play belongs to Terrell Suggs, who was aided by Lady Luck in this fourth quarter magical interception that really helped seal the deal for the Baltimore Ravens. Suggs, who's better known for believing in conspiracy theories than catching things with his hands, uses his legs to keep the ball from hitting the ground until it ultimately falls into his grip while he lays on his back. This is exciting because on Saturday, Terrell Suggs will face off against quarterback Uggs, two players I'd love to see destroy each other. Maybe to death. Maybe not that far, but... And now, the moment everybody's been waiting for, the Golden Foot Award goes to the last quarter of the Cowboys-Lions game. That's right, I'm giving the award to time. Because unless you're a Lions fan, that last 15 minutes was fucking awesome. It started right at the beginning of the half when Tahir Whitehead lays down a brutal shot on Cole Beasley. In fairness to Whitehead, who was flagged on the play, it's hard not to hit Beasley in his face when he stands only 5'8" with cleats on. 5'8", that's my height, give or take an inch. And that's why I never played in the NFL. Height. That and a substantial lack of balls and talent. The Cowboys were down 6 until Dan Bailey kicked a 51-yard field goal. Then, unless you were in a booze-induced coma Sunday, you know there was a controversial pass interference penalty called, and then not called, on the Dallas Cowboys on a 3rd and 1, when the Lions were driving. This play caused an uproar of complainers to voice their annoying opinions on every social media outlet imaginable. As someone who could care less about who won this game, I can honestly say this call did not win or lose the game for either team. Good call, bad call, it doesn't matter. There was 8 minutes left in the game, and the Lions blew it. Or the Cowboys owned it, depending on how you want to look at it. If you want to get real picky, then you can also say Brandon Pettigrew should have been flagged for a face mask penalty on that play as well. The tight end on the opposite side of the ball, Jason Witten, converted this 4th and 6 with a 21-yard catch and run to keep the Cowboys' dreams alive. And with about 2 minutes left in the game, Tony Romo throws a dart or a football to Terrence Williams to take the lead 24-20. That's right, Tony Romo, who the idiot fans in Dallas so adamantly wanted to replace during last year's draft with Johnny Manziel. Yeah, that would have worked out about as well as this 3-way hug between Chris Christie, Jerry Jones, and some dude. Finally, DeMarcus Lawrence redeemed himself with this strip sack on Matthew Stafford with about a minute left in the game. This time, Lawrence recovered the ball and held onto it for dear life to seal the deal and the win for the Dallas Cowboys. That is the Goldfoot play/quarter from this past weekend in playoff football. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Top 5 Big Dick Plays. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, That's Good Sports. We got mostly Broncos stuff here, but if you're not a Broncos fan, then maybe you can find something to enjoy here as well. You can also check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/thatsgoodbroncos. It's a Facebook page. You can like it, and I'll post shit there. That's how that fucking internet works, guys.